Now I'm recording. Hi, and welcome to episode 2 of This Old Fag. It is me, your host, Jonathan Leiter again. I could not let Pride Month slip by without saying hi to everybody, because, I used to march many years ago, way before all the corporate hullabaloo and stuff, but, yeah. But I'm still proud, and I'm still here. Uh, However great that is or not, right at the moment, eh? It's been quite a June. Um, with the January 6th committee, we're doing things, and uh, this country going to hell in a white Christian lady's handbag, basically. Um, the crazy white Christian fascist state desperately wants to take this country over, and we shouldn't let it happen. And I know, nobody should have been surprised by the Roe ruling because we had been told about it months in advance, and you would think that, you know, somebody like our vice president might have come up with a better response to it, but I've lived through the Roe period. It was 50 years. Interesting. A lot of stuff has happened in those 50 years. And even though it seems depressing, I'm still here and you are still here, and there are things that can be done. I hope. I think. I wish. I pray. One big thing, exactly. It's been a real month for discovering that the Supreme Court is totally irrelevant to this country anymore. Um, to say that it's biased is sort of like, saying I'm gay. Um, and what really pisses me off, though, is that exactly, they lied. They're perjured, they perjured themselves in front of the Senate, in front of the U.S. people, and so why should we really believe anything that they say or govern on right now? I think the whole court needs to be dismantled and turned over and rethought. Because, yeah, exactly, it shouldn't have that much influence on what's going on. Maybe the best thing out of this will be that Biden might, might, might consider getting rid of that filibuster. Oh, the filibuster. I love a good filibuster, especially this time of year. Yeah, but I'm taking bets on whether that actually happens or not. I don't think so, but it's just, and we are discouraged and we don't feel good. I guess basically I'm saying, I'm still here. I've, I've seen the market go up, I've seen the market go down, I've seen it go up and down and up and down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and all around. Yeah, um, that's not news, that's economics, and that's what happens all the time. And what's going on now is being blamed on the president really has to do with the fallout from a pandemic, an international health emergency, which of course has been, politicized as well, which has been really sad. And what's sad about this country, and we feel sometimes that it's just sad of what's going on. And I hear friends talk about where I'm going to go now, and I'm going to move here, and maybe I should move there. And I wish you all luck, because, if you really want to move that badly, I wish I could go. But you could become a migrant worker, and work the fields up in Canada if you're really desperate. And I guess a lot of these kind of white middle class artist type people I know who want to go somewhere have the money to do it. Not good for them. Anyway, yeah. mm. Well, what are you gonna do? You know, I don't know except look for people who are running locally, who are progressive candidates, who are looking to actually do something for people and not corporations. As a New Yorker, I want to see both my senators replaced, Schumer and whatever her name is, Kilhofer, something like that, something with a K. Gillibrand, no, I'm sorry, Gillibrand, Christian Gillibrand. Good first name too, Kristen Gillibrand. And remember, every night before you go to bed, get down on your knees and pray that there's some Muslim coach out there who wants to pray in the middle of his football field in the end of a game, because it's time for afternoon prayer. And let's see what the Supreme Court says then. Eh? Yeah, that would be interesting. I'd like to see that happen. As I think a lot of you out there probably want to see that happen too. It's sad. It's sad. I kind of have always, I try to be optimistic, but it's hard to in times like this. But then again, I always think about the times I've had to opt out personally. And yet something inside of me has kind of held on, and said it's not time to go quite yet. So, bear that in mind. It seems like bad times. It seems like hard times. Pendulums swing. Hopefully this one has reached its, I don't know, what do you call that in that? Physics majors tell me what that, the apex or something of the swing. Yeah, tell me, what is it? Is it up there? All right. But, and that's why, if you could do something about the filibuster, because exactly, what's wrong with laws changing backwards and forwards? It's better than nothing happening at all. Let people try something. The worst thing that'll happen is people will say no. My father taught me that years ago. And I'm sharing that wisdom with you. And you're like, what do you want? What are you afraid to ask? The worst thing I'll say is no. And that was true. And I've taken that as a life lesson, and I'm sharing it with you. So, queer folks, queer family, a special shout out to the House of Van Driver. I love you all. You know who you are. And if you want to be, then, let's talk. I feel better now, too, because I'd rather be complaining. It's what us old folks love to do and what we deserve to do. And, yeah. As another friend of mine says, I deserve to complain. I'm 64. I'm a year younger. So I still think I can. He can complain more, though. Okay? Have a safe 4th of July if you really want to celebrate the Declaration of Independence here, because it doesn't seem to mean much of anything to anybody anymore. If there are any petitions out there to sign about the justices of the Supreme Court, I recommend you do so. And also, one other thing I'd like to bring to your attention is the antitrustsummer.com. It's a website that will contact your senators and your U.S. representative about their standing on the Open App Market Act. as well as the ACOA. These are both dealing with breaking up big tech monopolies like Apple and Google and Amazon and Microsoft, and allowing smaller, newer, younger companies to be able to move in and provide services. The right and the old story, which in fact my local representative, Nicole Maliotakis, kind of bleated out to me in a long, long, ponderous letter where she never actually said, "No, I won't." Um, the old Republican argument will be that, what are we keeping this company from doing its business, and people won't have these services? Well, that's what they said when they broke up AT&T, and look where we are now. So, um, so I'm going to give you the antitrustsummer.com. It will show you, what the things are about, and it will send these things. Of course, you'll get automatic replies from your senators and your rep. All of them will be long-winded, but figure out what they're saying ultimately. All of mine are basically saying no, especially Chuck Schumer, who is the one who can bring it up in the Senate, except for the fact that his daughters work for Verizon and Meta, which owns Google. Funny how that works, eh, Chuck? Take care. Thank you.